Alright, welcome everyone to my Contemporary American History Webquest. We'll go first to the introduction page. By completing this webquest, high school students in U.S. history will learn about the domestic issues that the United States has faced from the 1980s to the present day. You can read here what the basics of that covers. This covers standard SS USH 8.1 2007. And again, it lists those things right here. So first we'll go to the task page to outline exactly what needs to be done. So after completing this webquest, you will have made a video presentation that demonstrates knowledge of the domestic issues of the contemporary United States that were outlined in the introduction page. So that's standard. You need to pick one of the following 5 subjects to present on. The neoconservative economic policies and ideas, specifically those of Ronald Reagan, the Iran-Contra affair, also about Ronald Reagan, the impeachment of Bill Clinton, the election of 2000, and the 9/11 attacks. And this is your time to be creative. The only real requirement about this in terms of the presentation is that it has to be a video. But it's your time to be creative. Narrate a newsreel about your specific event. One that I think would really work well for 9/11 would be to interview somebody who lived through the events. You can do a fake interview. That would work really well, I think, with the Ronald Reagan ones. Or it could be very interesting with the Bill Clinton ones. This is your time to create. This is your time to kind of set your mind free and decide what you want to do with this. I know you're all capable of that. If you need any help deciding on anything, come and talk to me, talk to your classmates. Do whatever is necessary to make sure that this is successful for you. Just whatever you do, make sure that whatever it is demonstrates knowledge of these objectives, these subjects. And do not be stupid and do not be overtly comical. Obviously, if you're doing the 9/11 attacks, don't be funny about it, because obviously it's not funny. The purpose of this whole entire thing is to gain a greater understanding of these events and kind of pass it on to your classmates. And also, don't think that by all of you not picking one, say you all don't pick the election of 2000, that we're not going to talk about it. If everyone doesn't pick, a few of them, then I'm going to talk about more of those in class. So you're going to get equal presentation from somebody of all of them. Next, we'll go to the process page. These are just resources that whichever one you pick, you need to watch, view, do whatever these resources direct you to do. For example, here we have, if you're doing the 9/11 attacks, I have this video here of the live news coverage of that happening. We'll go back there. And there's just all kinds of things like that. For instance, here's a timeline of the Bill Clinton impeachment from a university. Just all kinds of things like that. There's interactive timelines and different things. After you assess these resources, and don't be limited to these, please go outside, go above and beyond, look through the internet. I've talked to you all about knowing how to find appropriate sources. Don't rely, obviously, on Wikipedia. You can use the resources listed on Wikipedia. But I've talked to all of you about that. You've all been taught. You can do that. Just the other requirement with this is whatever you choose to do, it must have a length between 3 and 5 minutes. Don't be anywhere under 3 minutes. If you're a little bit over 5 minutes, I'll give you some leniency, but don't go way over, otherwise you'll start being docked points. And again, it is your job to be creative with this. If you need help, again, come and talk to me. But ultimately, you're going to have to figure out how to do this. And also, again, very important, remember that it needs to be appropriate to the subject matter. If you have to think about it, about it being stupid, then it's probably stupid and you shouldn't do it. So just rely on common sense there. So we'll go to the evaluation page. This is just my typical rubric. This is worth 80 points, so it's a good chunk of your grade. Obviously, if you do everything perfectly, you're going to get the full credit. And obviously, I'm not going to give you exactly one of these numbers. If you're somewhere between 12 and 16 or 8 and 12, then we'll adjust that to whatever needs to be done there. Finally, the conclusion. So when you complete your project, just send it to me via email by the due date, and be prepared to present it to the class without technical problems. I don't want excuses or anything of that matter. Just remember the two main things, or the three main things actually. First of all, be creative with this. Second of all, it has to be a video you can use. There's all kinds of different things you can use. You guys honestly know more about it than I do. You can use WeVideo, it's a website, iMovie, Movie Maker. There's all kinds of different software out there that you can use to make a video presentation. And edit that and include different kinds of media with that if you'd like. Just make it as interesting as you can possibly can while keeping within the content. So that's it. Just follow the instructions and do the best you can. If you have any problems, again, come talk to me, and I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks, and enjoy it.